All right. So I hope you all have heard that I have also uploaded the lecture recordings, video and audio on YouTube. And I think all of you also know the address of that YouTube channel. Hari, does anyone knows it, or Hari, everyone knows it?
सर दोबारा रिपीट कीजिएगा.
I have actually uploaded the videos on YouTube. Have you come to know the address of that YouTube channel through your CR?
No, sir.
Acha. So the YouTube channel is Dr. Syed Shah Irfan Hussain Lectures. Dr. Syed Shah Irfan Hussain's lectures.
No, sir.
Got it, sir.
Kindly, sir.
All right. If you have not got it, now you can got it. Okay. The channel on YouTube is Dr. Syed Shah Irfan Hussain's lectures. So the first lecture, it was of 2 hours. So there were 2 videos for that. Second lecture was less than an hour. So there is 1 video. So 3 videos have been uploaded and you can view from there. All right. Has everyone understood this point?
Yes, sir.
Right. So let us go further. In the last lecture, I was discussing about the variance of a random variable. We discussed mean of a random variable, mean of a function of a random variable. Then we were stuck at the variance, and I asked the students, do you know this formula? Then I asked one person, Mr. Shamim, who was asking a lot of questions, and he said that we didn't knew. So I said that in the next lecture, I will try to share its proof. Haji, is Shamim Saab there, or he is absent today? I do not see him in the list. I think he's absent. So I will share its proof here. So I will try to also upload the notes on the YouTube channel if it is possible. So you can see variance is given as the mean of the difference of the random variable minus the mean. All right. Expectation of the random variable minus its mean square, as it is given in the book. Now, so this was given, but we need to show that this variance comes out to be equal to this, or this thing comes out to be equal to this. So you can see here that if I open this square, this becomes x square. Eta is the mean of the random variable x, whose variance we need to find. This will be x square plus eta square minus 2ab 2x eta. Then the expectation operator will go to each of these 3 terms. This will become e of x square. This will become e of eta square. This will be 2 eta. So 2 eta is just a constant. So they will come outside expectation. Remember that expectation is actually giving you the mean of a number. So if it is a constant number, if it is a deterministic number, then the mean of the deterministic number will be the deterministic number. But if the number is a random variable, then the mean of the random variable will give you the value of the mean of that random variable. So 2 and eta, they will all come outside the expectation. Inside the expectation operator, you will only have x. So you have ex squared, this will become e, again, this eta square is constant, will come outside, inside it will be only 1, and expectation of 1 will be equal to 1. And e of x, this will be again eta. This is the mean, mean is eta. So this becomes 2 eta square, and this is 2 minus 2 eta, this is plus eta square. So it becomes minus eta square. So this is the variance is equal to expectation of x square, square of the random variable minus mean square. So this is the same expression that the book has written without its proof. So we have given its proof. Actually, another point that I wanted to make you understand was about the binomial random variable in connection with the Bernoulli random variable. So good questions were asked by Mr. Shamim in the last day. So I thought that it should be clarified also with this conceptual knowledge. Now remember, Bernoulli was very easy, all right? You can get either a 1 or a 0. 1 will come with p probability and 0 will come with 1 minus p probability. Now, what was binomial? Binomial was a random variable that will give you the number of ones in an n sequence of independent Bernoulli trials. So my interaction. All right. So it gives you a number. All right. Haji, let us say 1000 independent trials have been conducted. How many ones were there? Now this gives us a random variable, but this does not gives us its PDF or its corresponding PMF. You know, instead of PDF, you have PMF because it's a discrete random variable, because it just gives us number of ones in a sequence of Bernoulli trials. So PMF, its probability distribution function or probability mass function. A probability mass function of getting k ones in a sequence of n independent trials is given as follows. All right. All right. So if I say x is equal to 4, then you put x is equal to 4, so k will become equal to 4, and let us say is 1000. You will get the probability of getting the random variable x is equal to 4. If you get the random variable x is equal to 4, this means that there were 4 ones in 1000 trials, and the probability of getting those 4s is given as follows. Now let me ask you one question, so to say whether you have understood this thing or not. All right, if I ask you that what will be the probability, or let us say x is equal to 4, all right, so k is equal to 4. So getting a probability of 4 ones in, let us say n is 100, in 100 trials will be given as P4, 1 minus P, n minus 4, you know, n is 100, 100, 104, P4, 1 minus P, 100 minus 4. Let us say P is any probability, all right, whatever is probability. You can assume anything, it is P. A question arises, if I ask you, what is the probability of getting k zeros in n independent Bernoulli trials? In n independent Bernoulli trials. So what will be your answer? Haji, Shamim Saab, are you there? He is still absent. He is not there. Can anyone answer this question? सीआर साहब भी गायब ही हैं. अच्छा हाँ जी, शेरिश नजीर, can you answer this question? Hi Sherish Nazir, can you hear me? Sherish Nazir, can you hear me? Can anyone answer this question? और कौन है? अच्छा, वकास आशिक, can you hear me?
जी सर.
अच्छा, can you answer this question which I have just asked?
सर मैं अभी आया हूँ, मुझे पता ही नहीं क्वेश्चन आपने क्या किया.
अच्छा, आप लास्ट लेक्चर में आए थे?
नो सर, मैं आउट ऑफ सिटी गया हुआ था किसी दिन.
चलें ठीक है, कोई बात सही, आप रहने दें, किसी और से पूछ लेते हैं. आपका नाम क्या था? अजीन है. अच्छा, अजीन अहमद, आर यू देयर? अजीन अहमद, कैन यू हियर मी?
ये सर मैं आपको सुन रही हूँ. मैंने असल में अभी ज्वाइन किया है, तो आप क्वेश्चन से दोबारा पूछ लें.
चलिए मैं दोबारा पूछ लेता हूँ. थैंक यू. मगर आप लास्ट लेक्चर में थी क्या? लास्ट लेक्चर में?
ये सर मैं लास्ट लेक्चर में थी.
चलें ठीक है, अब गौर से आपने सुना है दोबारा, ठीक है? So let us again repeat. Again, this is the probability of getting, let us say, x is equal to 4. I want to
sir.
find the probability of 4 ones in, let us say, 100 independent Bernoulli trials. So this will be 100 for P4, 1 minus P, 100 minus 4, which is 96. Let us say P is any probability. Let us say it is 0.5. Or let us say it is any number. All right, 0.2, 0.3, whatever. Okay? So you will get the probability of getting 4 ones in 1000 independent trials of Bernoulli. Are you understanding this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now my question is that what would be the expression of this PMF if I say, no, I want to find the probability of the random variable giving me number of zeros in a sequence of n independent trials, or in other words, 4 zeros in a sequence of 100 independent Bernoulli trials. Have you understood the question now? Previous
मतलब हम इसमें n जो ले रहे हैं वो 100 ले रहे हैं और K4 ले रहे हैं.
हाँ जी, K4 K तो हमें आउटपुट चाहिए ना. We want
Yes.
4 zeros, or let us say at this point I want 4 zeros. All right. This formula
sir.
is given for 4 ones. Probability of getting 4 ones out of 100. This the formula is given. No problem.
Yes.
But I am asking you that what will be the probability of getting 4 zeros?
तो सर हम 1 minus P कर देंगे मतलब.
So you tell me what will be the change in this formula? What will be the change in this formula? Will this formula remain the same, or there will be some change in values?
I think same ही होगा.
अच्छा, चलें. Thank you for trying your best. So I also those students who are actually listening and they are trying to give, I give them half marks so that they get the encouragement. Excited में कुछ डायरी क्यों दे दी?
मेरा दे दो.
अच्छा, what is your roll number?
सर मेरा
हाँ.
सर 27 है.
Okay, thank you very much. So I give you 0.5 marks. Now let us ask some other students. हाँ जी, शमीम साहब आए कि नहीं आए? अरे मैं उनका इंतजार करना, फिर उन्होंने सवाल उस दिन पूछा था, मैंने कहा चले आज उनसे पूछेंगे तो समझ आएगी. इससे हाँ जी,
उनका नाम आरिफ शमीम है.
पता नहीं, उस दिन तो शमीम ही लिखा था, शायद आरिफ शमीम, मुझे इतना तो याद नहीं.
सर वो आरिफ है जो वो कनेक्ट नहीं कर पा रहे.
क्यों? अच्छा, कुछ उनका कनेक्शन का मसला होगा. चले खैर, वो वेयर इज द सीआर हैज कम.
सर.
हाँ जी.
सर.
कैन यू हियर मी?
सर. जी सर मैंने पूछा था पहला लेक्चर आपने रिकॉर्ड किया था?
हाँ जी, मैंने आपको तो एड्रेस भी भेजा था इसका. सारे लेक्चर्स मैंने अपलोड कर दिए यूट्यूब में.
ठीक है सर, ठीक है.
और वो मैंने आपको भेजा है, मैंने सबको बता दिया. द नेम ऑफ द चैनल इज डॉक्टर सैयद शाह इरफान हुसैन लेक्चर्स. ठीक है, you can search and you will get all the 3 videos and audios. Siyaz, can you hear me? कहाँ है Siyaz साहब? Siyaz साहब नजर नहीं आ रहे आप इधर. हाँ जी, Siyaz साहब, can you hear me? Mr. कामरान साहब.
सर वो एब्सेंट है.
तो ये आवाज किसकी फिर आ रही थी? अच्छा, चलें खैर.
सॉरी सर, मैं गलती से प्रोबेबिलिटी की क्लास में आ गया हूँ. मैं तो पावर का हूँ. सॉरी.
मेरे ख्याल से फिर आप वो कर लें, मैं इसलिए एडमिट नहीं किया. आप प्लीज, आपका रोल नंबर MS 218 है?
नहीं सर, मेरा 20 रोल नंबर है. सॉरी सर, मुझे पावर की क्लास है.
अच्छा चलें, ठीक है, फिर आप इसको लॉग आउट कर लें. अच्छा, हसन गिलानी, कैन यू हियर मी? हसन गिलानी. हसन गिलानी.
जी सर।
अच्छा, can you hear me? All right, very good. Hadi Asinglai, have you understood my question? Have you understood my question? What I am asking?
सर सेम नहीं होगा मेरे ख्याल से।
तो क्या होगा? You should remember here that 1 is
सर
coming with
देखिए
p
हम बाय
probability
नॉमिनल
and 0 is coming with minus 1 minus p probability. Yes, you are saying something. Please tell me.
1 माइनस पी।
0 1 comes with p probability.
लेकिन जब हम बाय नॉमिनल, आपका सवाल ये था कि असल।
हाँ, आप बताएं मेरा क्या सवाल था? Yes, you can repeat.
जब पता नहीं शायद कनेक्शन की वजह से आवाज नहीं आ रही। मैं ये कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि हम बाय नॉमिनल तो यूज करते हैं वंस को फाइंड करने के लिए, लेकिन अभी आप ये चाह रहे हैं कि हम जीरोस को फाइंड आउट करें।
हाँ,
कि एक बर्नौली
बिल्कुल,
ट्रायल्स
बिल्कुल।
में जो 100 टाइम किएंगे 1000 टाइम
हाँ,
किया
तो ये
उसमें
जरूरी
जीरो
तो
भी
नहीं
है।
कि जीरो
लेकिन
तो
हम
नहीं,
तो बाय नॉमिनल तो 1 के लिए
नहीं तो आप चेंज कर दें, इसमें क्या है? आप जब नंबर ऑफ एरर्स निकाल रहे हैं तो आप जो मर्जी निकाल दें। ये प्रोबेबिलिटी को थोड़ा जहन भी खोले ना, वो लकीर के फकीर ना बने रहे ना, थोड़ा सा जहन भी खोले ना। मैंने ये कहा कि भाई नंबर ऑफ जीरोस चाहिए, तो इसमें क्या चेंज आएगा, ये मैं आपसे पूछना चाह रहा हूँ।
सर ये p की जगह 1 माइनस पी आ जाएगा, और 1 माइनस पी जो होता है वो फिर 1 माइनस एक और आ जाएगा, तो फिर p बन जाएगा ये।
यानी p 1 माइनस पी हो जाएगा और 1 माइनस पी p हो जाएगा, ये आप कह रही हैं?
जी जी।
अच्छा, माशाल्लाह। आप कौन सी स्टूडेंट है?
सर
आप कौन है?
महानूर।
महनूर। अच्छा, माशाल्लाह। चलें, शुक्र, वेरी वेरी गुड। आपका रोल नंबर क्या है?
एक्सक्यूज मी सर,
एक मिनट।
9।
महनूर, आपका रोल नंबर क्या है? अच्छा,
9।
9। ऑलराइट, थैंक यू वेरी मच। हाँ जी,
Excuse me,
समवन
sir.
वांट्स टू
10
से
था,
सम अच्छा, हाँ जी, समवन वांट्स टू से समथिंग।
सर
हाँ जी,
सर
शमीम
मैं
साहब
आरिफ बात
आ
करूं
गए,
सर,
आ
मैंने
गए।
जस्ट
बड़ी लेट आए हैं
ज्वाइन
आप,
किया।
उस दिन तो बड़े सवाल
सर
पूछे
वो
आपने।
कनेक्शन का सर प्रॉब्लम हो रहा था जी सर, मैं वही कनेक्ट करने की कोशिश कर रहा था सर, वो पासवर्ड में थोड़ा एरर था, कनेक्ट नहीं हो पा रहा था सर। मैं जस्ट ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि थोड़ा सा रिपीट कर देते हैं, समरी कर देते हैं, मैं अटेंड नहीं कर सका शुरू से।
नहीं, ये अब याद है कि मैंने एक
जो भी
यूट्यूब
आपने
चैनल बनाया
पढ़ाया
है।
वो थोड़ा सा
नहीं, देखिए, मैंने एक यूट्यूब चैनल बना दिया है, उसका नाम है डॉक्टर सैयद शाह इरफान हुसैन लेक्चर्स, ठीक है?
जी
तो
सर।
आप उसमें जाके आपने, अब हम रिपीट तो नहीं करेंगे, जो चीज़ रिकॉर्ड हो चुकी है, आप जो ये चैनल रिकॉर्डेड कर जाएगा, तो वहाँ से आपको सारा सुनाई दे जाएगा जितनी भी हमारी डिस्कशन हुई अभी।
जस्ट मैं कहता कि समरी जस्ट बता देते कि
समरी मैंने कुछ नहीं, मैंने सिर्फ जो है ना बाइनोमियल बताया कि व्हाट इज अ बाइनोमियल रैंडम वेरिएबल। वो जो आपके सवालात थे ना, उन्हीं सवालात से मैंने थोड़ा समझाया उनको, और फिर एक और सवाल स्टूडेंट से पूछा, तो माशाल्लाह से जो महनूर स्टूडेंट है रोल नंबर 9, उन्होंने बड़ा अच्छा इसका सही जवाब दे दिया है। आई विल जस्ट ट्राई टू एक्सप्लेन हर आंसर, सो इफ यू आर एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड देन वेल एंड गुड, अदरवाइज यू कैन सी द लेक्चर्स फ्रॉम द यूट्यूब चैनल. The question was, which I asked, that remember that this is the probability of getting k number of ones in n independent Bernoulli trials. So I said, what will be the probability of getting k number of zeros in n independent trials? So actually the answer was very simple. Remember how this is giving me number of ones. It is just taking the probability of 1 and it is multiplying by, nk gives me all those combinations. You know the combinatorics in your FEC courses, combination, it gives you all number of combinations of getting a number out of a set. All right, so if you put p probability, then you will get the probability of getting the number which is coming with p probability. But instead, Adi, please silence. ये कौन शोर मचा रहा है? Please mute yourselves. ये जो भी है, शिनी साहब प्लीज म्यूट, मैं आपको म्यूट कर दूं, वो उसमें शोर आ रहा है। शिनी साहब प्लीज म्यूट योरसेल्फ, आई एम नॉट एबल टू म्यूट यू। अच्छा, शायद आप म्यूट हो गए हैं ना। All right, so I was trying to explain that you just have to change p to 1 minus p, because the probability of getting a 0 was 1 minus p. So this will give you the count. The random variable will give you the number of count for zeros, and the probability, this formula will give you the probability of getting those number of zeros in n independent trials. This was the overall explanation. So I wanted you to open up your minds to communication problems, okay, by using these very probabilities. So you can see here, if I am interested in getting, let us say, the probability of, let us say, 3-bit in error out of 10,000 bits. So what will happen? This will be 10,000, this will be 3, and P is the probability of error. P is the probability of error, right? So if I put the probability of error, I will get total number of error bits. But if I want to find, let us say, the probability of getting a correct bit, so I will put the probability of getting correct bits, not the error probability. All right. So this was just a way of, I didn't start the lecture. I just wanted you to open up your minds to communication problems, and can just be, new problems could be made by just changing the wording of an example or an end problem. So you should try to open up your minds to the probabilistic problem. This was all that I wanted to say. So I have also explained the proof. So you can view the proof of the formula that was missing in the book. So I have given the proof of this in my notes, and you can see also in my audio lecture. So I will also upload the notes. Now the second thing that we need to understand are multiple random variables. So all right, we have one random variable, very good, but we might have functions that are a function of 2 random variables at the same time. So they are defined as follows. This will be their CDF. This will be their PDF, which is derivative of CDF, as you already know. The properties are there. Similarly, you can define the famous conditional probability, same formula as the formula that we studied for conditional. You know, if for conditional probability was PA given B was PA intersection P divided by probability of B. All right. So here it is, you can see here, same thing is coming, that Fy given X will be Fxy. All right. Both at the same time, divided by whatever it is given, divided by the distribution of what is given. Okay. There it was PP, there it is all FF. Rest of the concepts, they remain the same. Then another thing is that when your random variables are independent, very, very important concept, especially with respect to engineering problems or network problems that arise or communication problems that arise in modern systems. When 2 random variables are independent, when their joint distribution, this was their joint distribution as we discussed, which is the derivative of their CDF, or the PDF was derivative of their this was their CDF, okay, as we have discussed. All right, joint distribution. So if we have 2 random variables, so for any outcome, we will see what is a random variable less than X and what is the probability of the random variable less than Y. This will give us the probability of the joint distribution of random variables X and Y. All right. I hope you all also have studied joint distribution in your previous courses, which is just a revision. We take omega. Omega is the outcome of your set. All right. And then we have XY. Okay. So we have the random variable less than the X, and this random variable, the other random variable whose joint is defined, will be less than Y. So the CDF at XY will be the probability that the X random variable will be less than X and the Y random variable will be less than Y. Okay, you can just compare this with the PDF or the CDF formula for a single random variable. If you see there, so I have tried to discuss not those topics which you might have studied in your previous courses. So, but things which I found that they are new and they should be covered, that I'm trying to cover. So you could see here, this was your CDF. So it was that the CDF function, you know, it was actually integral of PDF. So it could be given by a probability of omega belongs to the subset such that omega, you know, it is the outcome of your sample space, such that the you know, x of omega means you map your outcome to some real line. So this becomes a random, so that the random variable which has mapped omega into some real space is less than x. So that gives you f of x, and its derivative is called the PDF. Right? The same thing is happening here, but in a joint distribution, you can very well see that you have to take two random variables at the same time. This is the only difference. You can see here. So same sample space, but all right, same outcome of a sample, same omega, but that omega gives us two random variables, and then we say what it will be the probability that is simultaneously less than n some x and some y. All right, so independence, I have covered this thing, and you can see importance of independence. If it is an independent random variable, very important, then the joint becomes the product of their individual PDFs. Just write them and you will get the joint distribution. Now, what is the expected value of the joint distribution? So same formula. There, you know, you had x, and that this was a PDF. Here you will have the function and then the joint distribution. All right. Same thing is just repeated. I hope you don't need any more further information about this. Then the famous formula of covariance. So before we study covariance, we also have to see something about correlation of two random variables. So correlation means you want to find expectation of random variable x and y. This was expectation of a function of two random variables, and this is direct expectation of two random variables x and y. So if they x and y are independent, then you can very well see that exy will be equal to e of x and e of y, because you can see that xy, if you will take its e, all right, so that will be xy into fxy. But what is fxy? Fxy is just fx multiplied by fy. All right, and gxy is xy, and xf, they will just go with dx, and yfy will go with dy. So hence their expectation of their joint will be just product of their individual expectations if they are independent. Now covariance is defined as expectation of the product of the random variables minus the product of the individual means of the two random variables. So if I say that my x and y are independent random variables, in that case exy is equal to exy. Achha. So I think we have removed the 40 time limit. So again, you know, the problem is that with Zoom is that we have a 40 minute time limit. So what I will do, I will end the lecture at 5:30. I think azan bhi ho hi gayi mere khayal se. हाँ, azan abhi nahi hui. So as soon as the azan is at 5:03, I will end the lecture. So then we can have a 10 to 15 minutes break. Then I will start the lecture with, you know, new Zoom, because Zoom has this problem that it does not allow meeting above 40. Last time it allowed, but let us say what happens this time. So this time we have to make sure that no problem occurs. As if it let us continue, then it is very good. Otherwise, we have to end this session. So we will end this session at the prayer time, as well as we can have 15 minutes break. Then we start with the next session. So we still have time, so we can let us continue. Achha. So you can see the formula of covariance. Okay, it is this. So if exy is exy, then the covariance will be 0. This means if two random variables are independent, then their covariance is 0. All right. Now another thing, all right, that if covariance is 0, then they are called uncorrelated. This means that if two random variables are independent, then their covariance is 0, and hence they are also uncorrelated. So independence implies correlatedness. If there is independence, then random variables are also uncorrelated. This is for sure. All right. So it is obvious that if they are independent, then covariance is 0. and xy will be uncorrelated. But we should remember this is true, that independence implies lack of correlation or correlation 0, but it is not vice versa. If I say that correlation is 0, all right, this means covariance is 0, all right, so it won't imply that the two random variables are independent. They might be dependent, because they can, when I say covariance is 0, this means this means that they are uncorrelated, but this does not say that the two random variables are independent, because for independence, what is the rule? This is the rule. If this is satisfied, then it is true, otherwise they are not independent. Okay, so you should always remember, independence implies correlation, but correlation does not imply independence, vice versa. It only implies independence only for a certain random variable, which is the normal random variable, which we'll discuss later. So this, I'm not discussing functions of multiple random variables. I know you have studied in your previous courses, so this will not be discussed right now, as this also is not in your defined course outline. But jointly Gaussian random variables, many students might not have studied this, and also this is very important, so I would like to discuss this. What is the word when I say that two random variables are jointly Gaussian? You also say them that these two random variables are binormal random variables. Bi means two, right? So if they are jointly Gaussian, then their distribution is given as follows, right? So you can see this is let us say a more complex expression, where this rho is actually the correlation coefficient between them. I forgot to tell you about the correlation coefficient. So with respect to covariance, you can also define the correlation coefficient here. So the normalized version of the covariance, called the correlation coefficient, is defined as follows. So I forgot to highlight it. So you can see it is actually, correlation coefficient is actually the covariance, which we have just defined, divided by the product of their individual variances. All right. So I think you have understood what is the correlation coefficient. So this will be the correlation coefficient, and hence this is the joint distribution of two random variables. Now, all right, so this one is there. So now what is happening? I will stop this meeting, okay? And then we can have a 15 minutes break. So we will start with the new meeting. I think it is giving me messages that you don't have any further time. Only 4 minutes are left, so I won't take any risk. I will just end this meeting, and then after 15 minutes we will start with the new meeting, whose address I will share inshallah on WhatsApp. Thank you very much.